Peace and love, brothers and sisters. Peace and love. Y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the Aquamarine Amicus Warrior. It is the Hey-Yo-Ka. And I'm here to drop my knowledge and speak my piece for all my brothers and sisters across the land and sea. Now, my message today is Taylor. Okay? Now, I was watching this movie a while back, and it really got me thinking, okay? Are we really free? And I mean, not just us as one people, one race, one color, one religion, one background, yada, yada, yada. I mean, us as man and woman, are we really free? Even children, okay? Are we really free? Or are we a part of a system that steps on us to the ladder they be? Okay? My message today is T.A.A.L.R. Okay? It stands for Threat.Assessment.Algorithmic Research. Okay? Because I think when we are born, we are programmed by, let's say, parents, the societal norm to act a certain way or be a certain way, be this person, be that person, conform to, the conventional way of thinking and not question the system or stick to the status quo, so to speak, okay? And I often wonder, is that us? Are we simply following alphabetical code that has been programmed into us since the day we first popped out of our mother's womb, and we were no more than a seed in our sapling in our father's testicles, so to speak? I wonder that. I truly do, because it seems like the threat we have been programmed with is that everyone who doesn't look or speak or think or act like us or don't have the same faith as us or the same skin color as us or the same background as us or don't have the same amount of wealth as us or don't live in a big house like we do or drive a fancy car like we do is the enemy. Or a person that has more than we do is the enemy. Now y'all know who it be. It's always me. It's the Aquamarine Amethyst Warrior. It is the Hey-Yo-Ka. And I'm here to drop my knowledge and speak my piece for all my brothers and sisters across the land and sea. But I had an epiphany today after awakening from a very, I'm going to say, spiritual dream. Yeah, a very spiritual dream. And it got me thinking, have we been programmed to believe this is as good as it's going to get? Or this is as best as we're going to have it? If that's so, why are we still fighting each other over earth, air, fire, and water? But there was this TV show I once watched a while back. Excuse me. It was called Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, it was on Nickelodeon. I believe it came on every Friday, and then they switched it to every Monday, or so to speak, or every Monday, and then they switched it to every Friday. But it really got me thinking. The whole world became out of balance when one evil old dude named Fire Lord Sozin used the power of a comet to shatter the world's balance into many different forms. So basically, the world was balanced and all the ley lines were connected, and we were all living in blissful peace. But one dude decided all the other nations should bow down to me because we have the strongest ability or the strongest power. And without realizing it, he caused a 1,000-year war of race, hate, genocide, and basically a whole fuck up of the human race. And it got me thinking, how many of our ancestors, no matter what race, what color, what religion, or what background, or they were of no religion, did the exact same thing that we are repeating the exact same trauma and the exact same programming that they did thousands of billions of years ago that we are still doing to this very day. Okay? It's like the chart you see behind me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. We can look at this all day, and we can teach this to our descendants. We can teach this to our nieces and nephews. We can teach this to the kids we adopt and the kids we babysit or whatever, or the kids we teach at the school. But at the end of the day, we are still programming them to think that this is as good as it's gonna get. And if somebody has something that we don't have, then it's in our divine right to get up, kill, destroy, eviscerate them and their land, and take it for ourselves. So tell me, why are we programming the same threat, assessing the same people as we are, who have probably less or more than what we are, instead of sitting down to the same table and realizing that we should come together and shake hands and be one species? We are so quick to grab a knife, a gun, or a sword and just go to war for no reason whatsoever. Now, we do the algorithms, we do the research, and we come to this conclusion that if this happens or that happens, we got NORAD, we got the FBI, we got the CIA, we got the military, we got our faith. Okay, that's all well and good. I respect it because I'm a firm believer in, having your faith. That's the only real power I truly believe in, okay? Real talk. That's the only real power I truly believe in, and that's to have your faith, okay? But my problem is now is that we're so quick to go to war over the stupidest of shit nowadays. It's not normal. So why are we programming the same stupid shit into our descendants, into our children and great-grandchildren? We've been doing this for billions of years, thousands of billions of years. When is the racial, verbal, physical, and emotional discrimination going to stop? Okay? Like I said, I was watching this TV show a while back called Utopia Falls, and they have built a near perfect society, except for when a few students, few kids, decided to question the status quo and think, why are we still trapped inside the dome after so long? Do you think there should be a peaceful place outside that we can go and where we can be ourselves? Yeah, I admit that's all well and good, but at the same time, you forget your ancestors paved the way for this to happen. And instead of being happy where you're at, where you're all treated equally as one, you decide to question the status quo, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but look at the ripple effect of what you did from questioning the status quo. You caused the uproar of a fight, stealing, killing, destroying, discrimination against the way somebody looks, someone thinks, and their race, and their religion, and their background. It really got me thinking. Have we really been programming this algorithm, this program into our descendants, our children, our great-grandchildren? And have we been just continually to compose a violent symphony of destruction into our next generation? Because so far, we have not changed. We really have not. I'm sorry to say it, but we as a human species have not changed. We claim to be the most superior species on the planet, okay? And we think it is our God-given right, which it is because God decreed that. But at the same time, we are not acting like it, okay? Why is it we, the most intelligent species, cannot find a substitute besides eating the flesh of other creatures that have the same lifespan as we do? Why is it we cannot conform to the fact that we do not need weapons of mass destruction to harm one another? Why is it we cannot sit down at a simple table and realize that we are all the same species, no matter what race, what religion, what background we all come from? It takes us 3 months to a year to learn each other's language, yet we are still fighting over earth, air, fire, and water. We have not evolved, brothers and sisters. We are devolving. I was watching this movie a while back. It was called Raised by Wolves. To escape the destruction that they had caused to another planet, which was Earth, to escape the destruction they had caused to the planet Earth, guess what they did? They flew to Kepler 22b. And then they continued the same violent cycle of destruction that were programmed into their DNA. They didn't evolve. They didn't become higher states of intelligence or consciousness. Instead, they continued to the same destructive pattern and behavior of forcing their ideological beliefs on somebody else. And those who didn't conform were either executed, destroyed, or forgotten throughout history because they didn't want to be part of the status quo. I'm asking you this. It's okay to want to evolve. It's okay to want to be better. It's okay to want to prove your intelligence. But is that intelligence going to the betterment of man and womankind? Or is it going to the destruction of man and womankind? Okay? I say that because it's only two genders. I'm so tired of this he, she, they, them, whatever bullshit, okay? Now, I admit I have friends, cousins, who are a part of the LGBT community, and I have nothing against them. But I was born to this one concept. God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve and their cousin Weave and Believable and their auntie and uncle and whatever else you want to call it. No, it's only Adam and Eve, okay? Which means it's only man and woman, not you want to be a man down below with a woman up top and all this kind of stuff. Because no, that's confusing to the whole species, okay? It's baffling. But I say that to get back to the previous point I'm trying to make. Have we programmed ourselves in believing that this is as better as we gonna get? This is best as we gonna get. And if it is as best as we gonna get because we have programmed this into our children, our great grandchildren, and our descendants that come after us, then why are we striving for bigger and better heights? Why are we trying to go to space and go to Jupiter and Uranus and go past our galaxy if this is what we continue to teach and preach and destroy one another with? Is that we are no better than a common cockroach, that we can easily be stepped upon by somebody else who has power and status and someone who has a fatter wallet than we do. Okay? I ask you that to say this. Have you been programmed to this concept to believe that you are better than somebody else because of your skin color, or because of the money you have in your pocket, or the car you drive, or the clothes on your back, or the shoes that you wear? No. We are all the same. Okay? Just because we live in different parts of the world, speak different languages, don't mean dog shit. Okay? You can either be a turd sandwich, or you can either be a douche. Okay? And yes, that is a South Park reference, but you get my point. You can either be a turd sandwich, continue to stick between two pieces of bread and shit on everything, or you can be a douche and stick up the entire planet and continue to pollute it. Okay? But either or, you gotta choose to be something better than this, because we can't continue to say we want better for our children and our great grandchildren if we are not leading by example. And my auntie reminded me of that this very morning when I woke up. Okay? Real talk. She reminded me of that. She said it's important to listen and learn, but it's important to actually listen to the elders that came before you, because you might know the journey, but they know the path, and then they know the shortcuts that'll get you there a lot quicker. But if you think you know better than the generation that came before you, and you don't want to listen, even though you might have a better solution, it's important to listen to the generation that came before you. But if it's all hate and rhetoric and destruction, then no, you should not be listening to that. But what you should do is realize this, that rivers of blood will never bring peace, my brothers and sisters, okay? It will bring obedience for a time, but people will get tired of being stepped upon like a cockroach, or swatted away like a fly, or basically thrown into a cage like a dog or a cat or a wolf or a bear or an eagle, okay? Sooner or later, you're going to realize that you got to have the eyes of a hawk to see the suffering of every race, not just your own, of every religion, not just your own. You have to have the strength of a bear to stand up and see that sometimes you got to stand up and do what's right. You also got to remember to have the speed of a puma so you can actually get there and do something that is right, even if it goes against what you truly believe in. Sometimes it's okay to listen to the left side of your brain and not always do what the right side says and do some stupid shit. And then it's okay to have the ears of a wolf and just listen sometimes. That's what's most important. I'm learning that lesson too. I admit, I'm learning that lesson too. But I sad to say this, my brothers and sisters, because I woke up today and I'm like, whoa, I just had a really deep spiritual epiphany. And then my auntie dropped some serious knowledge on me too. And I'm like, whoa, I gotta let y'all know about this, because I'm thinking that we as a people, we as a society are devolving, okay? We supposed to be the most intelligent species on the planet, yet we continue to consume the life force of other species. That's not right. We continue to go to war over earth, air, fire, and water, or God, as we like to call it, God, when really it's just gold, oil, and drugs, because God says, peace, be still. God says, thou shalt not kill, correct? So why are we going against his commandments? Why are we, bearing false witness in court? Why are we killing? Something he says we should not do. Why are we stealing? Something he says we should not do. Why are we destroying the very environment, the very place that took him 7 days to create this paradise for? Why are we doing all these things he said not do? I'm just asking y'all the simple question. If you own a religion, if you have a religion, it don't matter. I'm just asking y'all this simple question. Somebody answer this question for me, because I would really like to know. If we're supposed to be such an intelligent species, why are we evolving back into a chaotic state of the same stupid ways our ancestors and our great-grandfathers and great-grandmothers did, of destroying, killing, pillaging, and taking from another people? just because we have the right, because we have superior technology. You know what we should be using this superior technology for? To build sufficient telescopes so we can, terraform other planets to fit our natural environment, our Earth environment. That way we can go to other planets and explore and, put our seed all across the universe, not just in this part of the universe, but all across the universe. That's the legacy we should be leaving behind, our knowledge and the power of our great mind, not the power of destruction of our own kind. Okay? Because if there was another intelligent species out there as aliens, as many times we have made movies and all this about crap about first contact, I don't think they would want to know us if they see how destructive of a species we are now. If there is an intelligent species out there, I don't think they want to even have contact with us. They'd probably come out here in secret and just see if we evolve. But so far, we have not evolved, okay? 300 years, 300,000 years, 300 billion years, and we are still repeating the same vicious cycle that our ancestors basically did of destroying, killing, and because my face is different and your face is different, because of my skin color, we have the right to hate you and all this kind of stupid shit. No. Realize that we are all one species. 3 months to a year, we don't learn each other's language. We can eat the same food and whatever. We can shop in the same stores. Yet we still need weapons of mass destruction and missiles and freaking genocidal chemical bombs and shit to protect each other. From what? That is what the corrupt powers that be want us to be. That is what they want us to be. We must evolve beyond that. I've spoken my piece, my brothers and sisters. Rise up and wise up. Peace and love.